now is when fashion influencers like to tell you what the trendiest piece is for the season. It's pretty rare for these pieces to actually stand the test of time. So in this video, I'm going to show you specific clothing items that are timeless and actually worth investing in. These are pieces that can be worn year after year and still be considered stylish. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video. First up is a bit more common but worth mentioning, and it's the knit sweater. Look, I like throwing on a hoodie as much as the next guy, but something about a well-fitting knit sweater makes you look sharp in an effortless, without trying sort of way. I'm a big fan of the K2 Studios knit sweater. I really like the fit and wash, but a simple black or gray knit sweater also works the same. I do want to point out that a crucial point in making this work for you is to keep in mind the weight of the actual garment. It has a tendency to vary in composition. Some of it is thicker, some of it is thinner, and it can change its shape over time, which can lead to the fabric stretching and your proportions not really working. So you want to keep that in mind when it comes to picking the actual sweater. Make sure it hits your waistline the way it should and kind of account for whether or not it's going to stretch. Experimenting with texture here can also push the sweater even further. Personally, I like the mohair, longer, stranded type look. It's a great option if you're looking to lean more towards that avant-garde aesthetic. Next up is the quilted liner jacket. So this actually originated as a insulation layer for military uniforms, which means you can most likely pick something like this up at your local thrift store. I do think it's kind of a harder piece to style for whatever reason. I did see, however, that Zara has some recent additions in their women's section for that specific jacket. Of course, you want to make sure the fit works for you. I think it's super easy to go too long when it comes to this jacket. They usually run pretty long. So make sure you're aware of your length measurements. This can include, looking at the size chart or trying it on in person, whatever you got to do. That way it doesn't look like you're swimming in this giant jacket. White shoes have always been a staple in fashion. The white color helps darker outfits feel a little bit less serious and tense. They signal a modern and clean look, giving you a fresh and put together impression. There's no shortage of white shoes out there. Of course, there's the iconic Airforce 1. I see this paired a lot in minimal or even streetwear outfits. The Margiela Gats have surged in popularity the past few years. These again are just military trainers, so you don't necessarily need to get the Gats, so that's another great option. Personally, I'm not a fan of the gum midsole, but I do see the appeal, and it is a trending option if that's something you want to lean towards. And also, again, military inspired. Right now, I'm rocking these crisp band ass shoes that I don't think are being sold anymore. So if I were to pick a new shoe, I would probably go for either the Salomon XT6, which is kind of like this hiking sort of almost tech wear but not really casual athletic shoe, or I would go with a completely different shoe, which is the Adidas XLG Runner. I just like how chunky and just kind of intricate the design looks. You guys let me know, which one should I go for? Should I go for the XT6 or the XLG Runner? Last but not least on this list is a nice boot. Boots instantly sharpen an outfit when compared to sneakers. They add structure and maturity, which is nice if you want to have a little bit less of a casual look. I have these Chelsea boots that I got a while ago from Zara, and they're surprisingly pretty comfortable and have this crazy exaggerated midsole. I've also been looking at the Frye Harnes boots. They kind of remind me of the YSL boots, but a little bit chunkier. You can easily spend a lot on a new pair of boots, but can also usually find them secondhand for a pretty good price. I'll link some pairs in the description below for you guys to check out. That's all I have for today, guys. If you found this video helpful and want to see more, please don't forget to leave a like. We're at 4,000 subscribers right now and growing, so it's really great to see that everyone is enjoying the videos. Check out my other videos here if you are interested. Thank you again for making it this far in the video, and I'll see you in the next video.